First, I will discuss the physical and mental effects of sleep on the body. Second, I will briefly talk about some common sleep disorders and then some tips for getting a better night's rest. According to the National Heart, Lung, Brain Institution, sleep plays a vital role on our health and well-being. It helps protect our mental and physical health and the overall quality of our life and safety. Children and teens who are affected by sleep deprivation often have trouble getting along with others, have high stress levels, and typically don't do as well at school. Studies have shown that sleep deprivation is linked to an increase in obesity rates as well. It is absolutely vital to maintain a healthy balance in your hormones and affects levels of hunger and blood sugar in the body. According to the Mayo Clinic, 30% of adults get about 6 hours or less of sleep each night. And high school students reported getting about 31% of high school students reported getting about 8 hours of sleep each school night. Some symptoms of people with sleep deprivation include muscle aches, memory loss, headaches, irritability, under eye bags, depression, sensitivity to cold, yawning, and many other symptoms. According to the CDC, some reasons why people might not be getting the sleep they need include stress, insomnia, diet, smoking, illness, overworking, changes in environment, medication, and many other factors. Next, I'm going to talk about some common sleep disorders that affect about 70 million Americans every night. Those include insomnia, sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and narcolepsy. Insomnia, which is a disorder, which it's kind of like when people have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. So they're often affected, they're commonly fatigued, and then they have mood swings, and then often have decreased concentration. Sleep apnea is a potentially serious disease that occurs when a person's breathing is interrupted. So during the night they'll wake up and then start breathing, and then all throughout the night while they're sleeping. Narcolepsy is a neurological disorder of sleep regulation that affects the control of sleep and wakefulness. So throughout the daytime they'll be excessively sleepy and they'll just randomly fall asleep. Restless leg syndrome is a sleep disorder that causes kind of these intense sensations, and then they have an irresistible urge to get up or to move their legs around while they're resting. Next, I'm going to talk about some tips for a better night's rest. These tips include making a sleep schedule, so going to bed and then getting up and going to bed at the same time each night, avoiding large meals before bed, avoiding caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine products, exercising regularly, and then avoiding electronics right before you go to bed. In conclusion, it might be hard to always get the sleep we want and need, but if we focus on some easy tips and adjust our lifestyles a bit, we can get right on track for a great night's sleep. Today I covered physical and mental effects of sleep on the body and some common sleep disorders, as well as some helpful tips for a better night's rest. No matter what age, sleep is important. Over 50 million Americans don't get the sleep they need each night. So remember, turn off the lights, put your phone